Welcome to this recording where you're going to listen to insightful moments recorded during live coaching sessions with my clients who come from diverse professional backgrounds. And if you like what you hear today, please share it with your friends and colleagues. And remember to hit the subscribe button now and ensure that you never miss any other episode. Thank you. How do I make my voice sound deeper? Number one is with awareness. Awareness of what? Awareness of vibration. When we talk about making your voice sound deeper, is vibrations in the chest. Ah. It's like you're dropping the voice down into your chest. It stops being right up here, really high-pitched in your head and in your nasal cavity. And that tends to happen when you're speaking really fast and have a tight jaw. It gets very fast, it carries, it's annoying, it's too bright, it's edgy, and in meetings and on Zoom it's not great. But maybe in loud environments it could be helpful because it cuts through the noise. Whereas a warmer voice, by dropping the pitch down lower, is way more comforting to listen to. It's calmer, it's more engaging, it's more pleasant for the human ear. Now you can go too deep like this and become very muffly. We don't want that because then there's no clarity, right? So we kind of want just a deeper tone because deeper tones are associated to being calmer. When you're calm, you sound more secure, more experienced. When you're bright and really, really high like this and speaking really, really fast, it sounds like there's anxiety going on and you're not really sure and you're over-speaking, make sure you say everything you need to say. And also because you're nervous, because what happens is the throat is tight, the jaw is tight, the tongue is tight, and everything is squeezing through something like because everything's cramped up and tight. Whereas when it's lower, the jaw is looser, the tongue is softer behind the bottom teeth. My larynx, which is my voice box, is not so pulled up like that because I'm tight, because I'm anxious or nervous, because this can also happen automatically without realizing when we're nervous. But instead, my breath is low. My larynx is in its stable position, probably slightly lower. My jaw is relaxed. I can actually feel the jaw letting go, so my teeth aren't clenched. And I have more space in my mouth. And because it's more space in my mouth, it's like, it's kind of like a flute in comparison to a saxophone. There's more space, the sound is fuller, and it'd be similar to having a PA system where we EQ the settings. I used to do it manually. I think it's quite automatic now, but you would set the settings of the EQing for the room that the speaker was going to speak in, making sure that the sound is balanced. So you're low, medium, and high. And it's not all just treble, right? We kind of want that warm, balanced sound because it's more pleasant and it also has non-verbal information to it. So it just reassures people that you have that presence of calmness. It's also associated to the pace that you speak with, how fast you speak, how many words you're trying to fit into what you say, how many pauses you have. You can still inflect with a low voice. So we're inflecting, we're deepening, like, what did you say? No, we're not going to do that any longer. It is not working. But you know what? There is another thought. Perhaps what we could do is X, Y, Z. Only when we are ready. I'm using my voice to create meaning and experience and a journey and a feeling in what I say. It can be storytelling simply from the way you use your voice. When we talk about storytelling, it's not just about telling a story, but it's about taking people on a journey through voice tone and non-verbal information by using inflections, stressing out words, calming down the pace, pausing, emphasizing words that are more important. Like I said, no, not this time, maybe tomorrow. But at this moment, I can only say a deep and strong no. Yeah. So this is where I'm emphasizing words. I'm using my voice to communicate not just words, but of feelings. And the person can actually remember what it made them feel like. And it's not just my voice, by the way, it's my face, my eyes, my hand gestures. I'm using my whole body. So this is, speaking from the heart. And there's an article I wrote called Speaking from Your Heart, and how to use the neurons in your heart to create the message, not just the neurons in your head, the neurons in your heart. There are way more neurons in your heart than even in your head, and yet we don't know how to access that. Well, we don't practice it enough, particularly if you're coming from a technical background. Okay, so speaking from the heart, there's some great exercises to do that, and the only way you know that this is happening is by recording yourself and listening back and observing and deliberately changing the way you speak, and then getting feedback. You can even ask a couple of people, hey, working with a communication specialist, a voice coach actually, what do you think, guys? Am I getting my message across? Between 1 and 5, what changes do you notice? You could do that and just see how you're going. Thank you for listening to this recording. I hope it has helped you. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time.